way that we are managing our finances. And in the coming presentation, I will show you from the vision of the company, the development direction of the company, towards the products that you can start with to participate and the compensation plan. And you will get a sense of the journey that we are on. Myself, I was there from the very beginning of this platform. And I have seen the ups and the challenges, and then the exponential growth that has happened since Chavez placed his first development with us, which was a 140-year of a mining journey. Because Chavez said, I have now seen the power of crowd marketing, network marketing, MLM, whatever you want to call it. And I need that power of the community to work with me when I am launching projects that are innovative and need traction and utilization and even training of AI through the participation of the community. And together we can then offer a value proposition to the market, which is beyond what is there in any affiliate marketing space. And for me, coming from a space that has as much a European as an African background, and therefore seeing development and an intergenerational wealth and transformation of communities as a very important part of why I'm participating. I have seen so many opportunities in the development journey that Chavez is offering that I'm really happy to share that here with you. And I hope that what you can find out is what would be, if this community was working with you, what would be your dream that you want to achieve with cryptocurrencies, or the impact you would like it to have in your life and in the life of the people you care about around you, because that's what it's all about. Apart from that, we are a social learning environment, so it also needs to be fun and it needs to be challenging. On that note, let's dive straight into what Chavez is offering. So to understand this company as a technology development company, it is important to know in which area it focuses. And the starting point is here at the center. In the center is really the core of the development for the next 5 to 10 years, which is about projects that synthesize AI together with Web3. And a little bit later in Capital 3.0, we will explain to you how Web3 is a continuum of the development of the web. The projects that are at the moment live in our back office for sale is Capital 3.0, Dodo, and soon we will have Chavez AI. But in order to be able to be successful and to really be anchored in the Web3 and AI environment, Chavez and his team realized we need our own blockchain. As a community, as a decentralized autonomous organization that in wording is what we say in Dutch, in development, it is important that we are able to run on our own foundation. And that is a completely new next generation blockchain called COT20. And we are mining our own native coin, which is called Bitcoin Code. It's important to know that Bitcoin Code has been designed in its trajectory on the foundation of the original Bitcoin. That means a total volume of coins of 21 million that are also being 100% mined. It wasn't like there was a bag of coins somewhere in a corner that were already there waiting for it to go to the market. No. This was a total, gradually decentralized process of 100% miner-driven volume. And it is also working with validators and nodes to make sure that the security and the stability of the blockchain is guaranteed. However, there's something really, which is really fundamentally different to the mining of Bitcoin. Our miners are NFT based. They are code based, which is therefore also Bitcoin code. Because in a time where the speed of transaction and the cost of transactions are important, and the environmentally friendly footprint of crypto is being challenged, our team developed the first miner NFT, which made sure that our miners are therefore code-based, and therefore they are lasting the full period of mining, which is 140 years. You are purchasing an asset once, and it runs for you intergenerationally, and that is making a major, major difference. On top of that, it means that our speed of transaction and our cost of transaction is much lower, which means that our blockchain and its coin are having the capacity to become a true daily transaction mechanism, rather than just a value holding mechanism, which is really what the traditional Bitcoin is a little bit more. So that's the one pillar and the foundation that we have been laying down for the last year. There is a second pillar that is really important in order to make this wheel fly optimally, and that is friction-free liquidity. It is fantastic that we are starting to learn to be crypto positive, that we have a blockchain and consider the blockchain the highway. We're still living in a world where a lot of our world is not non-crypto based, is fiat based in terms of money. And therefore we need an on-ramp and an off-ramp so that there's a natural connection between our traditional world and this innovation world. And 9Pay, our Visa crypto card, is that bridge. It's the on-ramp and off-ramp of the crypto space that we are in. So that's one form of taking away friction. A second form that is really making a difference is if you are running a business and you really want to run your business a little bit more like a native crypto business, there are times that you have capital reserves. And how can you make money on your capital reserves? Well, that you can do in Take Capital. If you can decide whether it's there for a day or whether a week or for a month. In that period that you do not need your reserves, you can place it at Take Capital, and on a daily basis, you're making 0.25% interest. If it's a little bit longer, then it's a little bit more, but that is possible. And at the end of the day, at the end of 24 hours, you have your capital back, so you can use it for your business. So suddenly you can really be treasurer of your own cash flow in your own business and make a distinction between operational cost, operational cash flow, and capital or savings. And if you don't do it in your business, you can do it in your personal life exactly the same. What do I need to run my month-to-month costs, and what do I need in order to, when I want to purchase a house or car or whatever, what are my savings, and are they attracting income and increasing in value, or are they depreciation taking place? With us, we want your money to always increase and your money matters to become easier, because the world isn't going to be simpler. So you need a better, more robust money system around you. And then peer-to-peer exchange, trust. The beauty of crypto and a blockchain is that everything is transparent, and therefore the level of trust that you can create with each other is high. Therefore, peer-to-peer exchange of coins is really important. And certainly with the diversification that is coming in within Capital 3.0 and Dodo, that exchange demand will only increase. If WAS can be the treasury and we can peer-to-peer exchange and put our reserves in it, then that is another trading model and another money earning capacity that is offered to us. And it's important that what we are offering here as what network marketing always does. We are offering it at a simplicity that any person who is willing to learn and willing to be coached can participate and can do this. It doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter, okay, above 18, how old you are, doesn't matter where you're born, whether you're smart or whether you're not smart. If you're willing to learn and you're utilizing the total community, you can succeed. So if that excites you and you want to step on this train, then this is where you can start. You can start with knowing the products and participate by subscription in any of these products. The first is the COC20 NFT miners. What you purchase there is the Bitcoin code miners that are lasting 140 years. The blockchain is also supported by a validator, which gives an annual percentage yield of 240% APY. They are only available for certain periods of time. It's not a product that is always on the market, and it's also subject to change. And then you have the node offer, which is an annual percentage yield paying out in BTCCs, and it has 182 API, which means a 0.074 BTCC per hour, which is amazing. And then you have the 9Pay, the crypto credit card with cashback, and Dodo, which is a crypto index trading, and Capital 3.0, which is early access to crypto, unicorn, and AI disruptors. And all of that you have access through the back office of Affiliate Marketing 2.0 WAS. And before I go deeper into the products, I want to say thank you. We have now been on 1 year mining journey, and that has been an incredible year that has laid a foundation for all of us. We understand a lot more. We all know how to find transactions on the blockchain. We know how to work with our BTCC, and I want to thank every member, every leader, and the entire community for your dedication and support. And a very special thank you to Chavez, our founder, for his vision, and to everyone involved in making this journey possible. Together, we continue to grow and we achieve great things. So if you wanted to start with a miner, then you have 3 options: the GT1X, the GT10X, and the GT100X. The difference between these 3 is the horsepower, the hash power, and it's a little bit like the horsepower of a car. Hash power, the more hash power you have, the larger the stake is that is going to you from the 50 BTCCs that are being mined every 10 minutes. So a 50 USD GT1X gives you 1,000 hash power, 1,000 hash. A GT10X gives you 10,000 hash, and a GT100X gives you 100,000 hash, and the prices are $50,000, $500,000, and $5,000. Lots of people who start at one point and then they upgrade or they add to it, and that's how they upgrade their mining capacity. And then our second product, also a DeFi product, which is 9Pay. 9Pay is a Visa card, and it is backed by your crypto. So instead of your bank account, it is your crypto wallet that is attached to your Visa card. It is accepted by over 100 million merchants worldwide. And that is fantastic, because it means that you can just go into a shop and you can use a card. The person on the other side, wherever he is in the world, as long as they are allowed in that country to exchange dollars, experiences it as a normal credit card, not as a crypto card. That's what's happening in the back office. And when it's going live, you have to download the app and you do your KYC. When you've done your KYC, you get both a virtual and a physical card. We are ensuring your privacy. There's no numbers, no name on the top of the card. It is easy crypto in and out, instant payment, lower fees for iOS and for Android, global accessibility, enhanced security, and rewards in cryptocurrency. And the rewards are not just for you when you are spending your own crypto, but also if you're creating direct affiliates and they spend cash, then you are getting rewards from them too. And that has a 2% market potential. Sorry, the market potential is huge because there are only 4 billion. There are 4 billion bank account holders, but only 2% of them are spending crypto actually actively. So this is fantastic to share as a product to say, hey, if you are already in crypto or you're thinking of crypto, you will need to be able to spend it. So this is a very good entry point. And there are 3 levels of cards. There's tier 1, tier 2, and there is 9 choice, which is $100. There's 9 prime, which is $500, and there's 9 platinum, which is $1,000. And the difference between these cards is, amongst others, the transaction limit. It doesn't matter how much crypto you have in the back office. You can have $1 million in the back office. That can be just as much on a $100 card or on a $1,000 card. It doesn't make a difference. The difference is how quick you can spend it. So with a transaction limit on 9 choice, it's $10,000. On 9 prime, it is $50,000, and in 9 platinum, it's $100,000. And the difference of the cashback of the people that you have made, that you've introduced directly, is also different. 0.1% with 9 choice, 0.2% with 9 prime, and 0.3% with 9 platinum. But there's no distinction in terms of the level of cashback on your own spending because that's related to your tier. Tier 1, 2, and 3 is what is available on both. And tier 1 means you have sold the card to 2 people who are using it and they're directly affiliated. That gives you 1% on them. Tier 2 on yourself is if you have at 5 people directly, it gives you 2% on your own spending. And tier 3 is 10% direct. 3%, and it is 10 direct people. And 9Pay is also a DeFi product, and it contains a 3x earnings. I think that this will make such a difference in so many countries, and this will definitely be live before Christmas. Tomorrow, Chavez will come, and he will give a lot of updates about where everything is. So make sure that after today, you know your basics, but tomorrow you will get specifics. And then Capital 3.0. For me, Capital 3.0 at this moment is the highlight. It is early access to cryptocurrency and AI disruptors. And the beauty of crypto, of Capital 3.0 is the fact that we are entering into a bull run and a lot of new projects will be launched. And they will also say, this is a good offer because we are in a bull run. If you are not constantly into this market, it's really difficult to identify what are opportunities and what are not. With Capital 3.0, we are getting the guidance of Chavez and his association with 6 tier 1 funders who are all responsible for the big unicorns that are being launched in the coming time. And instead of you having to think about, what is a good company to follow, you will get the opportunity to just think, how can I accumulate as many Capital 3.0 tokens in the shortest space of time? Because if I do that, I know that I will be on the forefront of the best opportunities because that's what the Capital 3.0 token gives me. It is designed to give you an exclusive entrance to the Capital 3.0 unicorn opportunities. So how do you know that it is a front line and that it's valuable? Let me tell you a little bit about how this works. Just like a normal company is going to the stock exchange. And if a company is ready to go to the stock exchange, it's being guided by a group of highly specialized people that know what investors want in order to be able to be safe and compliant in joining the stock exchange and offering securities. And that's a old boys, old girls network. There's no way that you just with money can get in there. Only if you add value will you be able to come into that circle. In the AI and Web3 development space, that is exactly the same thing. These tier one funders know exactly who's who in the market. They have been following their careers. They have been looking at technical capacity. They've been looking at commercial relationships. They've been looking at capacity to gain market traction, because it's the dynamic interplay between those important pillars that are having bringing the capacity of a unicorn to life. So they tell each other, hey, look at that project. Oh, I'm taking that project. They help each other. And Chavez has come with a value proposition to them. And he says, okay, you guys are early investors in startups that have the potential for unicorns, and then you incubate them, you get them to the point where they are about 3 months away from an ICO. An ICO as a coin offering is kind of the same as we're going to a stock exchange. But all of you need traction and need a crypto positive community that is then taking that launch forward. Otherwise, it becomes a spike and a crash, and only then it starts working. I have a crypto active community, and I can bring you cash flow. So I am providing you this token, Capital 3.0 token model, so that I can take allocations at the pre-seed phase and therefore allow my community to come in at the early stage and therefore become a community with traction after the ICO has taken place. That is of benefit to you, and it is of benefit to the companies that you are guiding and incubating. And then he went with the same speech, the same pitch to the companies, and the companies are really liking it too and giving us early allocations so that we together as a community can become like a whale that is investing, testing, and also making money, taking our exits at the right moment, so that both the tier one companies, funders, and the original companies are really liking what we are doing for them. So now for you, you therefore become a kind of an investor. You need to know in which market this is valuable. And this is valuable because of the fact that we are sitting in a Web3 environment. Web 1 was the Internet of Information. Web 2 was the Internet of Communication. And Web 3 was the Internet of the blockchain. And the Internet of the blockchain is so important because in Web 2, we became worldwide. We started working with each other. We started exchanging with each other. With the Googles, the Tencents, the Facebook, the Amazons of this world, they grew up. But to truly take it to the next step, we need to know that our IPs are protected, that we don't have to wait for days until money is approved from the one side to the other side. And that's where the Internet of blockchain is coming back. And that's where Web3 is so important. And we go a little bit deeper in terms of the value that it drives. It also drives the value of 4 market segments of development. That's over $10 trillion industry. The first is programmable money, embedded solutions and next generation cryptocurrencies like stablecoin, tokenized IP, digital incorruptible proof of ownership for all intellectual property, decentralized finance, removing friction from capital markets to lend, borrow, and invest seamlessly, and Web3 infrastructure, trust layers of all internet applications protecting the security of the enterprise. So money, money, protection, finance, and infrastructure. Those are the 4 areas that our innovations are about. And if you now think, okay, but financially, is it valuable for me to step in? Because if I'm going to the stock exchange, I know a share can go up. Well, this is what I will show you. If you are able to get up into the pricing of these tier 1 companies, then the chances are that your unicorn is on average making 100x is very, very high. And we take a real scenario. So all these companies were launched against these prices by those funders. If you started with Solana in June 18, one Solana would be 20 cents to the dollar. So our Capital 3.0 token is $1. So you would have had 5 Solanas for $1. Your return size per Solana would have been 550x, which is $174. At that time, if you would have worked with Bitcoin or with Solana, with Ethereum, you would have made 6x or 8x. And if I look at the numbers here, the lowest is 13x and the highest is 945x. And our expectations are only 3 to 5x as a minimum to start with. So how does it work? What we are offering is the following. If you purchase a Capital 3.0 pack, we will guarantee you 5 times its value back in tokens. That starts from day 1. You will we will start compounding with 35% of the vested capital, and therefore after 138 days, if you didn't swap, you would have 5x. So this is what it looks like. You buy a pack of $100, 35% is going to the compound for 2% a day in token values. So the 2% compounding starts the next day, and every day you get 2% in Capital 3.0 tokens until 5x is achieved. That means you will have $500 in Capital 3.0 tokens, which is 500%. And then with those tokens, you swap them to allocations in these unicorns. And you have to make a decision after you have used or received the 5x, whether you are rebuying the same or a higher price. Let's say that you go to a higher price. Then you have a $1,000 pack. 35% is going to compound with 2% a day. The 2% compounding starts the next day until 5x is achieved, which is 5,000 in tokens. And that is 500%. And then you have the next decision to make. So what available packs are available? Number 1, it's a $100 pack. And then you have the $500, the $1,000 pack, the $5,000, the $10,000, the $25,000, and the $50,000 pack, which is an amazing insight in terms of how certain we are about allocations and this market. And the first allocations are already available very, very soon. They will be released. We will hear more about this from Chavez. The tokenomics and allocation of 3.0. 35% is in compounding up until 5x, and 65% is the affiliate system. And the vesting period is 100% unlocked. A 3.0 token allocation price is $1, and you need to see it as these type of projects. Solana, Terra, it's that type of token that, coin that you will receive as part of the project. And you can qualify to participate and earn rewards using Capital 3.0 by purchasing a pack. And then you are due to have the right on participating in everything of the token, including the affiliate marketing. This is an amazing ROI project that is realistic, that has a sound structure, and that can truly jumpstart you into another level of financial freedom. So these are the products and the services, and this is the vision of the company. Now let's go to how can you earn money out of affiliate marketing or crowd marketing or MLM, however you want to call it. So we have a binary system. That means that you have to be a premium subscriber. And the way to do that is you ask the person that invited you tonight to ask them for their affiliate link, and then you are subscribing yourself. So you first registering yourself with the link, and then you purchase your first subscription. That means you would be a basic subscriber. You then in your back office are having 2 affiliate links, and we have a beautiful new back office. And you find 2 people, one for your left and one for your right, and they also registering and subscribing. They become basic, and then you become premium. And that means you then are eligible to earn affiliate income. The first type of income stream is the introducer kickback. That means 5% reward is introducer kickback for referring an unlimited number of subscribers, but it starts from the 3rd paid subscription that you sponsor directly. That third paid subscription can either be a new subscription or a repurchase. And then the second bonus is the team rewards. It's based on the team volume on your left and on your right. And every time it matches, you get 10%. But there is a daily cap on that of $300. Unless you are a ranked leader, then that can go and increase. So this is what it could look like. You start with a $500 pack, and then you have $500 on your left and on your right, so $1,000. And then you find a third person who has a $500 on the left. On the basis of that, you get a 5% kickback, which is $25. There is, however, also a team volume that is matching, which is 1,000 on the left, 1,000 on the right, and that gives a $100 extra, which is $125. You might want to know, but how much do I have to subscribe in order to be allowed to earn? If you buy a BTCC Miner, a Dodo license, a Node, or a 9Pay card, you can have earn 3 times the value of your subscription. And that is the total of your first and all the rebuys that you do in an area. And then with the Capital product, Capital 3.0, every time that you purchase a Capital 3.0 package, you are allowed to earn 5 times its earning. And that is just as much the bonuses or the increased investments that you are making. So this is what it looks like. With the COT20 miners, the potential affiliate earnings are with $50, $150, $500, $1,500, $5,000, $15,000. With a 9Pay, $100, $300, $500, $1,500, and $1,000, $3,000. And in Capital, you have $100 gives you $500, $500 gives you $2,500, $1,000 gives you $5,000, $5,000 gives you $25,000, $10,000 gives you $50,000, $25,000 gives you $125,000, and $50,000 gives you $250,000 earning capacity. If you're working with those numbers, then it is worthwhile really going for the ranking. Because what a ranking does is that your check match bonus goes up from $360 a day to $1,500 a day. So those are very nice income potentials. The check match volume that brings you to the ranking with the first rank is 100,000, but with a Bitcoin it's 20 million. And your Ascension Club reward starts at $1,000 at Shiba and will become $1 million in the Bitcoin rank. At the moment, we are still having nodes, and this is really such a value proposition. There, you will purchase a full node for 27,000 USD, but the APY, annual profit yield, is 182%, which means we made a calculation today. At this moment in time, because of the pricing and the price increase of the BTCCs, within 4.5 months, you are actually having your your initial investment back in terms of value, and after that it is profit. And the next year you don't have to lay out any cash, because at that moment you've purchased your node. The only thing you have to do is maintain your hardware infrastructure, but it's a very limited cost. So this is such a beautiful project, and the price is going up. It's probably going to double. So if you have an opportunity, find your leaders, see if there's still syndicated nodes or full-on nodes possible, work with each other, because every single person who has been mining and who has been carrying this community till now absolutely deserves to have at least a stake in a Bitcoin Code node, because it's a fantastic synergy between the BTCCs that are coming in that you can swap to buy your B fuel and to then harvest your BTCCs from your miners. So if you are a miner already, make sure you are adding a share of the node towards your portfolio. As a company, they want us to work all together, and therefore there's a pool structure of income. The pool structure is based on the total turnover in a month that takes place. And if you would have a volume of your left and on your right, and that qualifies you for a mega pool, then you are sharing in 4% of that overall annual overall income. And if this month there are only 10 people who are qualified, then that 4% is shared by 10 people. But if next month it's 20, it's shared by 20, and so on and so on. With the gigapool, you can earn an additional 3%, which means that your volume is 5%, 5 million on the left and 5 million on the right. And with the TerraPool, it is 10 million, which is 10 million on the left, 10 million on your right, and another 3% will get you all the way up to 10%. The pool bonus will be deducted from your 5x potential income. We have terms and conditions. Introducer kickback and check match bonuses are credited to the account on a daily basis. Subscribers have the opportunity to receive Ascension Club rewards from multiple clubs. Ascension Club rewards will be credited once a month. All affiliate earnings are subject to a fixed 2% admin fee, no withdrawal fees. Pool income will be calculated based on the total company revenue for the period starting from the first day on the 30th day of each month. The maximum earning amount for all DeFi income and bonuses is restricted to 3 times the subscription amount. Miners, Dodo, 9pay, and Node. The maximum earning capacity amount for all Capital 3.0 income and bonuses is restricted to 5 times the subscription amount, and the Bitcoin Ascension Club rank has no capping. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. I am fully aware that something went wrong about the Dodo slide. So what I will do, so that I don't withhold you, is I will show you very quickly the page, the DApp. Of Dodo. So Dodo in its essence is an index trading platform, and you can find the website on d0d0.app, and the license subscription is already available in the last back office. It starts from $500. Tomorrow, a lot more knowledge will become available, but here you can already explore, and it's really wise to explore it. So what you see here is you see a number of products. For example, the AI index. They are products that are based on AI projects, and you can see the assets. And you can see that there are 4 different assets, WLD, AGIX, FET, Ocean. You can see that all of them in the last 24 hours have had a nice profit. And you can see that when you have an index, you get an equal amount of shares in here, okay? So that is what's really nice. The difference between a stock exchange where you can have an index of shares is that you just get the basket. You never get the underlying assets. But with us, with Dodo, you are getting really the assets as well as the basket in your back office. And you can choose the moment where you want to have an exit, or already you saying, no, this basket is set up in such a way that I believe that I want to have a long-term investment in there. That is what is really beautiful. And stay tuned on all the training that is happening in the coming days so that the community really understands how to deal with Dodo. On that note, Alice, I'm giving the floor back to you, or Grace, whoever is hosting this last part.
All right, you're right about that, whoever. So thank you so much for all that you do for the community. Without faith, you show up every time and you pour out your heart every time. I really admire that, and I'm sure the community appreciates that. For those that are new, this brings us to the end of the session, but we urge you to go back to the person that invited you so that you can share with them and they can guide you through the next steps if that is what you choose to do. We do have, if you need to come back just to get a better understanding, we have another session at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You're welcome to come back and bring anybody else that you think you should be hearing this with you so you can discuss. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, is a very special day, as you had Chantel mentioned. There's going to be a lot of updates from the CEO, and he does this every Wednesday. So please be sure to show up tomorrow, show up on time, and be ready for the information he has to share. With that said, this brings us to the end of this session. We are glad you're here, and we hope to see you at the US Prime, which is going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And tomorrow, for Wednesday, the CEO is going to give us update at 7 p.m. UK time. So that's the end of the session. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Chantel.